What is up, Broncos fans? The Denver Broncos show finally back again, doing a video here. Finally moved into my new place, got my internet back up and running, my computer, my camera, everything back in place now in my new place. So sorry for the lack of videos lately, but that will definitely change now that I again settled into my new place, got my camera and computer back. And in this video, I'll be recapping the Broncos' 27-24 loss to the Indianapolis Colts this past Sunday. Broncos suffered their first defeat of the year, now 7-1 on the season. First and foremost, want to give the Colts all the props and respect in the world. Congratulations to all their fans here on YouTube. Great win for them. Definitely a win that I think can kind of change the course of their season. And credit to their offense for executing a great game plan against our defense. Credit to Andrew Luck who made plays all game long, not only with his arm but with his legs as well. And Andrew Luck definitely kind of reminded everyone in this game how great he really is. And I tell you right now, if you're a Colts fan or you're a football fan that was doubting Andrew Luck up until this game and talking bad about him and saying he's the reason the Colts underperformed, this game proved how stupid you really are, because it never has been Andrew Luck is the problem for this Colts team this season. There's a lot of I'd say problems around him, so to say, that he masks, and in this game he was great. Again, I think he was pretty much the main reason they were able to beat us. He made some phenomenal throws, stood in the pocket, ate some big shots, and delivered again some phenomenal throws down the field, and made some great plays all game long, again with his arm and legs, and led the Colts to the biggest win of the season for them, and handed us our first loss. So definitely a loss that hurts. It always, sucks losing to the Colts, especially given their recent success against us, and especially given the fact that they ended our season last year in the AFC divisional round of the playoffs at home. So this sucks, it sucks even more because of that, and it's obviously definitely an emotional game, an emotional loss for the Broncos, and I've seen a lot of Broncos fans, panicking now and overreacting, and what's wrong with the defense, blah, 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 blah. I think Broncos fans really need to just take a step back, have a little perspective on this game. Again, we did only lose by 3 points. We were down 17-0 at one point, and we came back, even playing as bad as we did, and had a shot to win this game. Again, I think that says more so about how much better we are than the Colts. Again, not trying to take anything away from the Colts or away from their win over us or take a shot at them, but the reality is I think this game kind of tells you more so about how much better the Broncos are than the Colts, because again, we played so poorly and still, had a chance to win this game in the fourth quarter, but ultimately the Colts were able to win it. And again, we are 7-1. People need to have a little perspective. Again, it's not time to panic. It's not time to overreact. Broncos fans, just take a hit of weed. If you're in Denver, chill out. And again, just have some perspective. Realize we're 7-1, lost to a very good team that's been underachieving a lot so far this year. In their gym, basketball reference there, in their stadium, and you still had a shot to win there in the fourth quarter. So tough loss. Congratulations to the Colts, but in the grand scheme of things, the Broncos have a lot bigger fish to fry than the Indianapolis Colts. So starting with the offensive side of the ball, looking at some of the things we did well here against the Colts defense, I thought all things considered, offensively, one of the better games the Broncos have played this season. Again, we started this game down in a hole, shot ourselves in the foot immediately right out the gate. Colts go up 17-0. From that point on, from the game being 17-0 we outscored the Colts 24-10. So you got to like that. Again, you start out 17-0. That's obviously not, ideal situation, but our offense, I thought, made some plays. Omar Bolden gets that huge 83-yard punt return for a touchdown before the end of the half, right before the end of the half. And then our offense was able to get some things working there in the third quarter. So you got to give our offense a lot of credit, our team a lot of credit for being down 17 points on the road in a very hostile place to play in Indianapolis, and to come back and again outscore the Colts for the rest of the game 24-10. I think that says a lot about our team and again a lot about our offense. Our offense was very good on third downs here against the Colts. We went 6 of 12 on our third down conversions offensively. You like seeing that 50% conversion rate. Did a fairly good job of when we were on the field offensively of converting on third downs and keeping some drives alive. And I thought we did a great job here in this game of vertically attacking the Colts defense down the field, making some throws down the field, taking some shots down the field. You saw that early and often by the Broncos. Gary Kubiak, Rick Dennison dialing up some deep passes for Peyton Manning there early on in the game. And for the most part, we had success doing that. Again, attacking the secondary down the field. We averaged 13.4 yards per catch here against the Colts secondary. Like seeing that, and 7.8 yards per pass. Again, did a good job of taking shots down the field first and foremost, but then converting, and Peyton Manning made some beautiful throws down the field. And honestly, Peyton didn't play great, but I thought he played well enough to win this game. He goes 21 of 36 for 281 yards, was 3 yards short of breaking Brett Favre's record for the most passing yards all time. I'm sure he'll break that record without a doubt this Sunday against Kansas City, but still he finished with 281 yards, had 2 touchdowns, did have 2 interceptions, which obviously you hate seeing. That's obviously been a problem for Peyton. I think he's now at 13 or 14 interceptions on the year, which is way too much. But still, I thought he played well enough to win. And again, I thought he made some phenomenal throws down the field. Again, credit to our play calling. Gary Kubiak, Rick Dennison, taking those shots early on and taking those shots down the field. And you like seeing us take that risk. And credit to Peyton Manning for making some beautiful strikes and throws down the field. And he did a great job of maneuvering in the pocket. This was probably the best game so far I've seen this season of Peyton Manning, just stepping up in the pocket, moving out of the pocket, moving to the way out of the rush, and then driving the ball down the field. On that touchdown throw, that 64-yard touchdown throw to Emmanuel Sanders, that was an absolute beautiful, beautiful throw by Peyton Manning. Just a dime. Did a great job of avoiding the pass rush, stepping up in the pocket, and then just delivering a strike down the field again to Emmanuel Sanders. Put it right on the money, right in front of him, and then Emmanuel did the rest running in the end zone. And then also had a beautiful 37-yard throw to Owen Daniels off a bootleg, which I thought great play call, great play design there by Gary Kubiak, and great job by Peyton Manning to redirect his body off the bootleg and deliver a 37-yard strike again down the field to Owen Daniels on a little out route. Great play, by Peyton Manning. Great throw by him. Great play design, again, as I said, by the coaching staff, and a great route run there by Owen Daniels. Again, you don't like the 2 interceptions, one of which came in the fourth quarter. Obviously, you hate the timing of that, and both picks were terrible throws. The first one, I believe, was into triple coverage, and I think it was out in front of Demaryius Thomas, so just an overthrow and a poor decision there by Peyton Manning. And I think in the fourth quarter, I think it was a pick by Darius Butler. It was a great catch by him, great play by him, but again, I think it was to throw Peyton Manning was trying to get to Owen Daniels and just kind of threw it way out in front of him. So obviously, Peyton's got to be better with his decision making, but all in all, I thought a real solid outing for Peyton Manning. Again, I thought he showed some great things here, did a great job of driving the ball down the field, made some really strong throws, and did a good job of stepping up in the pocket. Again, that 64-yard touchdown to Emmanuel Sanders was an absolute beauty there by Peyton Manning. And Owen Daniels and Emmanuel Sanders were great in this game. Those guys combined for 12 catches, 192 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You like seeing that again. Emmanuel Sanders, beautiful job on the 64-yard touchdown catch, just burning the corner, and then again Peyton Manning putting it right in front of him. And like the Colts, we did a good job of getting to the quarterback. We did a good job of hitting Andrew Luck in this game. We had 11 quarterback hits on him. Again, as I mentioned earlier, he did a great job of just standing in the pocket and make some throws down the field. The pass rush, was there. We did a good job of hitting him. We had a couple near sacks here and there. And again, he hit the guy 11 times, so we definitely beat him up. We definitely, let our presence be known, so to say. But you only get 1 sack on Andrew Luck. So, the pass rush wasn't as good as it could have been. Again, 11 quarterback hits. That's great. Von Miller and Malik Jackson, they combined for 6 of those 11 quarterback hits. You like seeing that. You beat up Andrew Luck. You've done, you did to Andrew Luck what you've done to every other quarterback so far this year in terms of hitting them, beating them up. But Andrew Luck, unlike every other quarterback, he never got uncomfortable. And again, he stood in the pocket and he ate those shots and was still able to take advantage of, our kind of over-aggression defensively and made some great throws down the field. You allow 365 total yards of offense. I believe that's the most total yards of offense defensively we've given up this year. And a lot of that had to do with the Colts' ability to rush the ball. As I mentioned earlier, the Broncos only had 35 rushing yards offensively in this game. Andrew Luck against our defense had 34 rushing yards of his own. So Andrew Luck pretty much outgained our whole offense rushing the ball. And you can't expect that to happen and expect to win again on the road against the Colts. And Luck had those 34 rushing yards. Again, give him credit for making some plays. There was like a 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 10 play where Andrew Luck just put the ball down, ran for it, and broke like 3 or 4 tackles to get the first down. There was like 3 or 4 guys there to make the tackle, and missed tackling was just a huge problem for us in this game. And obviously that came back to hurt us against Luck and some of the runs he had. And again, you give up 120 rushing yards total to the Colts, so you let them be way too effective in the run game. Frank Gore killed us. He had 28 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 3 yards per carry. And the Colts did a great job primarily of kind of attacking the middle of our defense. They did a great job of, again, kind of capitalizing on our over-aggression, sealing a lane there for Frank Gore to see and hit. And then Frank Gore would just run right up the middle and get some great gains. And even on the touchdown run he had, it was just right up the middle, right up the gut. Again, just a clear lane there. Just someone missing their gap responsibility defensively for the Broncos. And again, you got to do better against the run. You got to get it off blocks better, and you got to do a better job of really winning that battle at the point of attack and really kind of containing the middle. Because again, that's where we got eaten up mostly here by the Colts rushing offenses. Again, those kind of runs right up the gut. Again, 83 yards and a touchdown for Frank Gore, 34 rushing yards for Luck. When our team only has 35 rushing yards defensively or offensively, excuse me, can't expect to win many games when you do that. And defensively, we've done a great job this year of shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties, whether it's pass interference or unnecessary roughness, or personal foul penalties, whatever it may be. Defensively, we've had a huge problem over the past few seasons, and primarily this season, of committing penalties. And those penalties came back to finally haunt us here in this game against the Colts. You finished with 8 penalties as a team for 56 yards. I'm pretty sure all 8 penalties were on the defense. And just some of the penalties, again, the officiating in this game I definitely think was kind of tailored to the Colts. They got the home field whistle, so to say. But at the same time, just some of the penalties and some of the mental errors you see in the Broncos defense make, it was just pathetic. I mean, the unnecessary roughness flag on T.J. Ward for the first hit on T.Y. Hilton, when T.Y. Hilton caught like the 30-yard pass and T.J. Ward launched like a fucking missile and laid him out. I thought that was a ridiculous call. But then you look at a penalty like towards the end of the game where Von Miller and Dwayne Allen get in a scuffle and Aqib Talib, instead of trying to break it up and take Von Miller out of that situation, he comes in, and whether it's accidental or not, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But he comes in and he it's pretty blatant, pokes Dwayne Allen in the eye. Like such a bonehead knucklehead play, again, from a guy like Aqib Talib, who's one of our better defensive players, one of the leaders of our defense. You don't expect a guy like that to make that mistake. So it was really frustrating to see the penalties we got defensively. Again, we shot ourselves in the foot time and time again, and you can't give up free yardage to an offense that, yes, has underperformed, but still has one of the best quarterbacks in the game in Andrew Luck, and has firepower, and if they can get in a rhythm, they can do damage, as you saw in this game. So you hate seeing that again. 8 penalties for 56 yards, pretty much all on the defense here. Broncos defense has got to stop shooting themselves in the foot, and I know we predicate ourselves on being physical and chippy and over aggressiveness, but there's got to come a point in time where you got to tone that down a little bit. You know what I mean? And the Colts in this game had 27 total first downs. For first and foremost, the fact that we allowed 27 total first downs defensively is pathetic in and of itself. But 7 of those 27 first downs came off penalties. So you gave the Colts 7 free first downs because of penalties you made defensively. That cannot happen again, especially if we want to beat teams like Cincinnati and Oakland again coming up, and New England. That you got to clean that shit up, because that's pathetic, man. You defensively, you almost handed them the game, because again, you give them 7 penalties from just first down, or 7 first downs from penalties alone, and 8 total penalties for damn near 60 yards. Obviously very disappointing there. Broncos got to again stop shooting themselves in the foot defensively. And then our third down defense was pure shit. I mean, we got the Colts. They were in a lot of 3rd and long situations, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 situations, and we would blitz, again, being over aggressive, and Andrew Luck capitalized on the blitzes. Again, stood in the pocket, take the hit, find the open receiver underneath or down the field, and they converted on their 3rd downs. The Colts go 12 of 20 on their 3rd down conversions in this game. They had 12 3rd down conversions. I mean, defensively, you can't get off the fucking field doing that, man. You got to win on 3rd downs. And again, it's not like the Colts, don't get me wrong, they were in a lot of 3rd and short situations, but they also were in a lot of 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9 situations, and our defense flat out just kind of let them convert. Again, Andrew Luck had one scramble like on 3rd and 10 where he broke 4 or 5 tackles. That can't happen. And because of the Colts' ability to convert on 3rd downs and capitalize kind of on our blitzes, did a great job again of Andrew Luck just standing in the pocket, throwing darts down the field. The Colts were able to control the time possession, control the clock, control the tempo of the game. You look at the time of possession in this game, this is kind of like what Oakland did to us. Indy had the ball for 38 minutes and 39 seconds. Broncos only had it for 21 minutes, 21 seconds. Indy ran 77 total plays offensively. We only ran 51 total plays offensively. And, again, Oakland kind of did that to us successfully. You saw Indy kind of copy what they did. But in that game with Oakland, our defense was the one getting off the field. It was our offense that couldn't sustain drives. That wasn't the case in this game. Our defense couldn't get off the fucking field on 3rd down, and in turn, it allowed the Colts to, again, run 25 more plays or something like that than us and have the ball for damn near 20 more minutes. And T.Y. Hilton and Griff Whalen killed us all game. You can't get killed by those two guys, man. They combined for 10 catches, 155 yards. Those two averaged 15 yards per catch against us. T.Y. Hilton absolutely ate up Chris Harris in this game. Again, Chris Harris struggles with elite speed. I don't know why you'd line him up on T.Y. Hilton. Again, I kind of put that on Wade Phillips and our defensive coaches for putting Chris Harris in that position. And then Griff Whalen, there was a play, I think it was like a 30, 40-yard completion from him from Andrew Luck to him, and he was lined up one-on-one with Lorante McCray, like our second-year linebacker. Offensively, obviously, definitely kind of handed, I think, the Colts offense won, so to say, with how poor we were, especially with penalties and you know, third down execution. And it's frustrating, definitely. It's frustrating to lose to the Colts because I don't think this game showed that the Colts are a better team. I think it clearly showed we are the better team, and we just gave the Colts a bunch of opportunities, which in turn they capitalized on. So tough loss. I'm done rambling. This video's gone way too fucking long. But if you stuck with me and you're still watching, thank you so much. Again, congratulations to the Colts. You know, big win for them. Much respect for Andrew Luck. You know, for sticking in the pocket and eating some of the shots he did and making some of the throws he did down the field. You know, he was brilliant, and he was a big reason the Colts won this game. So that's it for me, guys. Leave me a comment below. What do you think of this game? Again, the Broncos lose to the Colts 27-24 in Indy, now 7-1. How'd you thought we played defensively? How'd you thought we played offensively? Always love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much to all you that comment on a regular basis. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys after the Chiefs game. We play the Chiefs at home this Sunday. Obviously, they're playing better, so you know, we got to correct some things, no question. And it's definitely not a gimme game by any means. But if we play how we should, especially defensively, I think we can definitely get back on track. So congrats to the Colts once again. Broncos now 7-1. Leave a comment below. And as always, guys, go Broncos. Look forward to hopefully kicking the Chiefs' ass for a second time this season come Sunday in Denver.